y'all. Welcome back to another episode of More Than the Title. Y'all, let me get this off real quick, man. Episode 169. I'm your host, as usual, Jared, Chief Revenue Officer at Outside the Box Digital. And you know I got my brother, my brethren, your favorite CEO, Chatty. Yo, what's good, baby?
You already know, man. It's pod day. Pod day. You know we like to start the show, ladies and gentlemen. G&T, as always, grateful and thankful. And we're going to start with the G. First of all, we're gonna give a special shout out to our guest, Grateful, right? G&T. Yes, this is a G&T for our guest. Grateful for the fact that he is a new father, right? He has a new child that was just brought into this world. So again, when we talk about Grateful, his family has a new addition, somebody that they can now pour into and mold and help transition to be a phenomenal adult, and thankful for the opportunity, right? Thankful for the opportunity, because some people don't get an opportunity to be parents, right? They for whatever reason, some people don't get the opportunity to be parents and get a chance to pour into a child and have legacy, right? And do that. So this G&T is special for you, Haron. So, G&T to you and your family, man, grateful and thankful from the More Than the Title family. Congratulations on your bundle of joy, man. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shit, you getting sleepy? When was the baby born, bro?
November 21st.
Oh, so it's fresh, brand new, spanking new, man. Yes, how was that? I gotta ask you, bro. What was that vibe coming from the hospital? That's the best, man. The drive home.
So it was the biggest vibe and the biggest excitement that I had was when I actually was able to see my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like leading up to that, like even building up to trying to get ready for someone new, right? That's gonna come into your life, and it's like, wait, what is, what's happening? All those emotions that you got going on, that's kind of building up to the first time you actually see your person, your baby. You know what I mean? And I was super excited, and that started crying and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
that's every dad face, bro. You shouldn't be.
So it was amazing. It was something that you can't really describe in a sense, like, you know what I mean? Because I guess when everybody was saying, yeah, you're gonna switch up right away, it's gonna be a feeling that you get, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, so having that feeling, having that emotion, and seeing my baby for the first time was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was a blessing, and it's just like, yo, I gotta do everything for my child immediately. Like, immediately, it's like, yo, this is what I gotta do. This is what I want to do, and I understood like what life is all about.
That's real, bro. Shit, I definitely understand, bro. I had mine early at 20, bro. Changed my entire perspective.
Yeah.
So, God bless, bro. When I was 20, now I was in the streets, and then next thing you know, everything got to stop, bro. Everything got to change. How we moving got to change. How we talking got to change. What our dreams got to change. What we visioning, everything, bro. And it just changed up. And thank God, bro. Because if I wasn't for my baby at 20, who knows, bro? Like, real talk.
I think that, everything happens at the time it needs to happen.
Absolutely.
In my space in my life, I felt differently about bringing a child into this world. I didn't feel like I was ready. You know what I mean? But now, at my age I am now, and in the space that I am now, it's like, okay, I'm ready for the challenge. I think I can raise a little baby. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I was terrified of having a kid. You know what I mean? So, and that's just being real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I didn't feel like I was ready. Now I'm okay. I'm in a good position, financially, mentally, emotionally, you know what I mean? Physically, like, so, but before that, you chasing your dream. I was still chasing my dream, and I feel like I did a lot, and I'm still doing. So, that was super dope that it happened now,
That's a fact, bro. Man. I ain't mad at it, bro. Usually we start with the introduction. I had to ask you some father questions, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how quick, you know what I mean? But for those listening, man, let's give this brother the proper introduction that he deserves, man. First of all, this brother is just not a former basketball player. He's a philanthropist, community activist, hip-hop advocate. He also uses platform to create change far beyond the court. From his standout years as a student athlete in Queens to playing professionally overseas, his story is a testament to perseverance, passion, and purpose. But it also goes beyond that, as he also the founder of Ballin for Peace, where he's harnessed the power of sports to promote nonviolence and unity in communities across New York City. He's also a dedicated mentor through H20 Basketball, where he's trained thousands of young athletes, inspiring the next generation to excel on and off the court. In addition, he also served the director of marketing for Peak USA Sports, driving innovation and partnership with the athletic community. Let's introduce our brother. You've seen him on a bunch of shows, man. This is his first time on More Than a Title. Our brother, Haron H20 Hargrave, y'all. Yeah.
That was a great introduction, man. Thank you. I was like looking back, like, yeah, I did do all that. Like, that was
That's a fact.
And sometimes you don't really get to reflect on the things in your journey that while you're doing it, you understand? So to see and have people, okay, yeah, say it's like reminders, you know what I'm saying? It's reminders,
That's what it's about, bro. What's shit? Let's start from what made you. Let's talk about the early days. Usually we start from the top, bro. So let's talk about your early days, the early influences, you playing ball. Tell us a little bit about that, bro, and we'll transition to biz.
So I always have to give thanks and greatness, and to my mom, my mother, Rhonda H20 Hargrave. She put the ball in my hands, and I never put it down. You know what I mean? My mother used to throw basketball tournaments in St. Albans Park in Queens. And all the players used to play in it back in the day, like Mark Jackson, Anthony Mason. She used to have all of those, God rest his soul. She used to have all those teams like Fat Cat and, Supreme teams and all that, all playing in the tournaments and all that. So,
fire.
Growing up, that's what I knew. I used to even seeing trophies in my attic at my crib in Queens, and like, what's this? What's that? Like, I used to ask a lot of questions, and my mother, installed basketball. She didn't teach me the game, but she put me around the game, and I learned from watching. Like, I learned a lot of things from my mother from watching, not more or less just her talking about it and saying certain things, but you learn a lot from your parents, right? By just looking at what they do, good or bad, right? You know what I'm saying? I just took all the good stuff, but my mother was my inspiration for starting me with basketball. Grew up in Queens, New York, Jamaica, Southside, American 119. That's where I'm from, right by Roy Wilkins Park. And so that was my first inspiration, was my mother.
And when you started really fully playing, like, because I'm a baller too, bro. Like, what year, was it just?
So my first tournament was a tournament called Bake. It was brothers against killing each other. And it was in Baisley Projects, and a guy named Bon Ruler and Understanding AU, that's what they call him, from Baisley Projects, and he now works with Life Camp with Erica Ford and them and everything like that. So
Erica and the team.
But I never forgot that. I still have a picture of that, of me playing, and I was like 7 years old, and I never forgot those moments. So that was the first tournament that I ever played in my life. And then from there, just playing Metro Swoosh, Nike Metro Swoosh at Roy Wilkins, playing in all the Utopia Park, Africa Park Classic, playing all over the place, Almighty Force. These are all tournaments in Queens and stuff like that, just playing. And then you kind of start getting, now I'm getting ready for high school. I played at Campus Magnet. I was supposed to go to St. John's Prep with Coach Holford at the time. And my mother went to Campus Magnet, and Coach Granby, who was the winningest coach in PSAL history before Ron Clario passed him up a couple years ago. Coach Granby passed away, God rest his soul. That was my coach. He recruited me from playing at Metro Swoosh at Roy Wilkins Park. It was a Nike tournament called Metro Swoosh. And he wanted me to play for Campus Magnet. And my mother was there. We used to sell ices. My mother was a teacher as well, too. And we had an icy business, like the push icy cart, like silver joint. We was probably the only black family who had that. So my mother being a teacher, she also did that in the summertime, but we did it. Like I was known as the icy boy. That was me growing up, I was the icy boy. Me and my sister Felicia, my brother Anthony, we used to go to Baisley Projects and sell out every day. Buy the ices, the scoop ices, all that. And that was my introduction to like hard work and and everything like that. But we was at Roy Wilkins Park. Coach Granby saw my mom and talked to her and convinced her to have me go to Campus Magnet. Before that, I was at Junior High School 72, which had the 9th grade. Back in the days, high schools used to have the 9th grade. It was some weird shit that was going on. I didn't know, Lloyd Banks went to my junior high school too. Christopher Lloyd. Went to Junior High School 72. Catherine and Count Basie. He was a little older than me, but he used to hoop too. Banks used to hoop. And so from there, went to Campus Magnet. So I came in as a sophomore. But unfortunately, I got to tell this story. I broke my left wrist. So I didn't play. So that's a wash. My junior year, I broke my left arm right before the season started, playing around, wrestling with my boys. And that's it. So literally, when I say I only had my senior year, I only had my senior year of that I can play fully. And I played first team, all Queens, honorable mention, all city. My senior year did very well, but my books wasn't up to par. And that's why I was in the cycle that I was in and everything like that. But that was my introduction to basketball. That is my basketball, journey. And then after that, I met a lot of dope people along the way that helped me get to Division I. You know what I'm saying?
So what was that? What was that like, bro? You said because your story similar to mine, bro. Like I said, you was in the street playing ball. You know what I'm saying? You got the opportunities. I didn't go to college, bro, because I fell in the streets, and my last senior year was crazy, bro. So how did you get to D1 from there?
So my senior year, I went crazy. I averaged 18.8 points a game. I averaged 8.5 assists a game, and 3 steals. That was my for Campus Magnet. So now season's over. I go to the Wheelchair Classic. There's a tryout that they had at John Jay College called the Wheelchair Classic, and I made it. I made the team, but I didn't have that 75 average that they needed you. I think it was 75 or 80 average that they needed you to have. Didn't have it. I tried to forge. I'm keeping it a buck. I tried to forge my report card and all that. Didn't work out, but I met a guy named Sean James. He was with a guy named Tippy from Big Apple Sports, Thomas McTurnan. So when I met Sean was like, hey, I want to introduce you to Tippy. You may not be able to do this, but we have something called the Big Apple Exposure Games. And I went and did that. I started, I got on a call with them, and they invited me to come to the Bedford YMCA to come work out. And there was players like Gary Irvin, Quincy Doobie, all of these different players who were there. And I got introduced there, and I started working out with them. And one of the things that I told Tippy when I first started working out with him is that I wanted to play Division I ball. And mind you, I only played 1 year of high school basketball. So it's like, my team wasn't that good. We had a whole bunch of sophomores and freshmen on the team. It was only me and a guy named Andrew Gordon, who was we were the only seniors. And we had to rely on freshmen and sophomores to help us out. And, we did everything we had to do, but we came up short. And so that's where I was going. But I knew I wanted to do more. And I knew I didn't get to showcase my whole game because I wasn't able to. I only played 1 year. So I met him, started working out, doing certain things. I wanted to go prep school at that time because I felt like I needed 1 more year before I went. And during that time, prep school was the thing. Wound up didn't happen. I wound up going to Sullivan Community College my first year, which is a Division III junior college, but is one of the top junior colleges, out there in that space.
Go Bengals.
Go
Bengals.
They're the Generals, Sullivan County.
I thought it was the Bengals.
Nah, they're the Generals.
Oh, yeah. Generals? Okay, I thought they was the Bengals. My brother played for Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they was the Bengals. That's why my brother played for Sullivan. I was like, ain't they the Bengals?
Yeah, not.
That's close.
Almost. Generals, Bengals, somewhere around there. Nah, but it's the Generals, Sullivan Community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Upstate New York.
Lock Sheldrick, New York.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the 13th grade, bro. It was like mad people, like it was just mad fun. Like, but I had to lock in, and it was my introduction to college and being on my own and all that other stuff. You know, I had went because I waited so long because I was trying to go to prep school. On Labor Day, I went up there. That's how long I waited. So we're already in September. So I wasn't trying to go. I didn't want to start my clock. So I was going, but you know, my aunt, God rest her soul, my aunt Sharon, she said Sullivan had a great communications. I went to go to school for communication sports, sports communication, and she said that they had a great program, and she literally just put me there. So I didn't go there like being recruited there. So Tippy had to call up Sullivan and call a coach and like, hey, this guy Haron, he's going there. He's a really good player, but you know, I know you probably recruited all of your people. He recruited so many people, Chad Beaton, Coach Beaton, and so when I went there, there's a million guys there, bro.
Had to walk on show.
I had to. So it's picture day. They're doing picture day, and I'll never forget this. I had like a 6X pullover T-shirt for like the warm up.
Yeah.
Big old shirt, and everybody else had their jerseys and all that. I felt crazy, bro. So I had to like show and prove. And I'm coming fresh out of college, high school. There are guys 28 years old, fucking coming from jail, and it's crazy. Junior college is crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a true freshman. I'm skinny. I'm like 165 pounds, soaking wet. I didn't even get my number I wanted. I remember I love wearing number 3. I had to wear number 31. You know what I'm saying? Like I like number 1. I like number 3. So I didn't want to wear 13. So I did 31. I got both my numbers that I wanted, and it was not a conventional number, but Reggie Miller was 31. But whatever. But I wore 31 for at Sullivan. And I wound up going from not being mentioned to them leading them to the playoffs and everything like that. And they did a big article out in the Lock Sheldrick papers and everything from like it was something like from not supposed to be here to the MVP type. You know what I mean? And that was that. So going to Sullivan, that was dope. My coach left. My coach Beaton, he left and I had a really good season. He left at the end of the season. His dad was a coach at UAlbany, so I was gonna go to Sullivan to UAlb. That wound up then happening, and that becomes like the next chapter of my story of, you know, what was going on there. You know what I'm saying? But I can go more into details about that as well too. But yeah, I want to see you chime in on that.
Yeah, nah, bro, it's fine, bro. I just want to know, like, from there, like, what advice? Because your story, like you know, it's unconventional, bro. Nowadays, it's more norm than it wasn't back then, right? Because now you got to go overseas, you got to build your brand. We was talking about it off camera. So, what advice are you giving to the youngest right now that have to go to D3, go to junior college? Like, what advice are you giving them to make sure they get to the place they want to reach?
So, I would literally say, like, if you I don't want to be cliche, never give up on your dreams, right?
No, that's real though. You can't.
It's real though. Like, I didn't get motivation from other people.
Gotcha.
I got motivation from myself, and I knew who I was, and I knew if I wasn't putting in that time and that work, then I wasn't gonna get to where I needed to be. Period. The end.
That's it.
Like even with my school method, I knew I had to pass my classes in order to play basketball. So like I had the 3 B's in high school: ball and books. Like that was my 3 B's, and I had to like, but it was them who allowed me to, and but that was just my motivation. Like I'd be like, oh, Monique or Charlene, like yeah, like it made me go to school, right? You know,
that's real shit.
I wanted to see them, and like it was crazy, but I made it work for me. So the message is like, do what works for you to get to where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And I was on that. So me going to Division III junior college, Sullivan, and I just was like, let me make the best of it. So first team, all conference, led the team to the playoffs, did what I had to do. I wound up leaving, and this story I went to real quick. I'm going to really go quickly over this. It was a school, Monroe Rochester. Now they're a Division II junior college. They recruited me, came to my crib, all that. A guy named Coach Jerry Burns. I really don't tell his story, but for the kids need to hear this. Like overcoming, they need to hear this. So I went.
Hold on. If you don't really tell a story, that means it's an exclusive. So we got to give you the
second period.
Second period. Let's go, baby. More than the title exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
100%. I don't really like to tell a story because it was one of my down points in my life, but it was something that I had to overcome, and it actually brought me more energy, right, to what I had to do, and perseverance. So from Sullivan, I left. Coach Beaton left. He moved back to Vegas and all that. So I got recruited from a team that we played against that I had a triple-double against, Monroe Rochester in Rochester, New York. I went there. Make a long story short, the coach was just he was a hater. Like, I don't know what he was on. It was like he got me there just to get me there, just so I won't be probably playing against him or whatever it was. And he almost like ruined my career because my clock started. And imagine, this is my sophomore year now, and it was a kid named Mike McCleskey. These are things that y'all never
forget.
He was from Syracuse, and the coach was trying to force this kid as if he was the guy. You know what I'm saying? And remember, I don't know if you watch wrestling. You watch wrestling?
I used to back in the day, like the Stone Cold days and shit like that.
So, okay. Well, there's a guy in wrestling named Roman Reigns. You know who Roman Reigns is?
I've heard of him, yeah.
So Vince McMahon was trying to force Roman Reigns down people's throat, making him seem like he's the next big thing. And the people and the fans and everything just wasn't rocking with him. He wasn't it. Like, you know, John Cena, same thing, just trying to force this person.
Yeah.
The fans like who they like, you know what I mean? And the people who like who they like. So this was a situation where this coach was trying to force this. And I used to kill him every day and destroy this kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? To the point where he just stopped, he stopped playing me because I was making him look bad. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get out of this. So I called my coach. I told him I'm not playing for this school. This is ridiculous. This is what's going on. At the same time, my mother was sick. And so I had to apply for a hardship red shirt. The coach did not give it to me. Basketball coach was not trying to help me with the paperwork. So I had to go to Perseverance, right? I had to go to the baseball coach. I asked the girl coach, Coach Tim, to help me out with this process. So he helped me. He gave me the information for the baseball coach's information, because a lot of baseball players do this all the time. They sit out, they red shirt, they do all this other stuff. I didn't know how to do it. So I can't remember that baseball coach's name, but still to this day, I appreciate him for helping me with that paperwork, helping me to get my year back. Because I played in the preseason games, I played a couple of the regular season games, and at that time, if you play more than 20% of the games, they count that as an official year. Whether you get a point or not, so this guy was so I saw the writing on the wall. It was crazy. So I had to work out by myself and literally sit out, moved out of the players' dorms and moved into a regular dorm. Still was on my scholarship, but going through this hardship red shirt, and I'm in Rochester, New York, by myself, not working out with the team no more. Had to find my boy DB. He was a cornerback for the football team at Rochester. Started working out with him every day, doing football drills and all that. I played in intramurals for the intramural sports. I'm getting like 50 in intramural, killing them. They're like, this isn't fair. You play on the team. I said, technically, I'm not on the team anymore. So, but I had to go and do all this other stuff to keep me going through that time. So that was one of the toughest things, and not knowing if I'm going to get my year back. We put in for it, but I still don't know if I'm going to get it back. So fast forward, I wound up going to Chaffee Community College in California. But shout out to every coach that helped me, the baseball coach and everything at Monroe Rochester. Jerry Burns, I've never spoken to him ever again in life after that. He literally tried to ruin my career. And I don't like to say that, but that guy tried to ruin my career. That would never be a Division I. I would never have made a D1 because I wouldn't have had the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? If I damn. Yeah. So he's a clown, and that's whatever. And coaches can kill players' dreams. Coaches really can. So you got to be in the right situation, right spaces. Sometimes the grass ain't always green on the other side. But at the end of the day, I wound up going to Chaffee Community College out in Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Day college.
Yeah,
baby.
Day expecting them.
No Rancho.
Cucamonga.
Yes, no Rancho.
Beautiful place. So, and a guy named Coach Klein, he's the coach there still to this day. I talk to him daily. That's my guy. Yeah. So I went there. And before, remember, I'm working out with the team. I'm there. It's August now. I'm working out and everything like that. And still, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play to see if that hardship paperwork went through. So make a long story short. It's a very long story. Right before the season started, like a week before the season started, Coach Klein hits me and let me know, like, we at practice, you're cleared to play and everything. I like, bro, that was like, yo, I felt relieved. I felt inspired even more. And I wanted to give that coach everything that I had. So I wound up leading Chaffee in scoring and an assist. And we helped lead them to the where we go to the Elite Eight in the California playoffs that year. You know, we did very well. We beat a team. We always talk about this. Long Beach City. They had like 10 D1 players that was going D1 and all that. And we wound up doing that. And I remember we lost to Saddleback. That was the team that we lost to. But going from that, going to Chaffee, overcoming all that other stuff. And then during that season, Chaffee, my mom had passed away. December 11th.
That, bro.
I lost my mom. So I dedicated that the rest of the season to my mom. I had to go back to New York, go to the funeral, fly back to California. It's a crazy time, bro. So persevering, overcoming so much. That's why, like, just continuing to go and grow. And from Chaffee, I went to Sacramento State, got a scholarship there, Division I. And that was the first school that I played 2 consecutive years in. My senior year, I wound up leading the team in scoring, broke 3-point records, something that still lasts to this day. And then I went and played.
Home, baby.
Yeah, son. So, like, it was always a grind, man. It seemed like I'm always up for, you know what I mean? Like, so I could never feel too comfortable. So that's why you go into space and you like, man, sometimes when things are too comfortable, it kind of feels like somebody's gonna pull something like the rug out of you sometimes. So I always gotta be on top of my game, you know what I mean? Even like, just being attentive, around, your surroundings, you always gotta be aware of your surroundings, aware of what's happening, the people that you have in your space, you know what I mean? And your company. People that say, you can even say are friends. That word is kind of, I don't use it all the time, a lot of people use that loosely, but you got to understand what a friend is. And I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, and we was talking about, I don't care if I know you for 20 years. Are you my friend though? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people I know for 2 days
that keep it real.
That keep it a buck, and I feel more comfortable than people I've known for 30 years. You understand?
That's real talk, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's my journey. That's the journey of hooping and going through and trials and tribulations and overcoming and persevering, and you know what I'm saying? And that's in my everyday life too. You know what I'm saying? There's times you do certain things, don't work out, get up and go. Even with arguments. I don't have time to argue. I don't argue with people. I'll hang up in a heartbeat. The energy that you giving me ain't the energy I need. So I can't take that. I can't take that in right now. So other than, going back and forth with you, it's one of those. That's it. Respectfully. Like, We'll talk again another day. You know what I'm saying? When you're level-headed, your mind is right, my mind is right. But right now, I'm not for it, and I won't argue. I won't.
That's real,
that don't
bro.
mean I don't care. That just means I don't have the time to give energy that doesn't align with what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And 99% of the people who try to give 90% of the problem and only 10% to the solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we giving so much energy to what happened?
Bullshit.
Not what we can fix and change. And if I can't change it, something in the past, then I'm not gonna put my present energy into it.
That's real, bro. And when did the dream transition, bro? Because I know you went overseas, bro. You balled over there. You could have kept playing ball, but then you also transitioned and start doing things that you're doing in the community, which is phenomenal, bro. So when did that when did the light bulb hit for you, bro?
That's a great question. I mean, I still play ball, right? I did a lot of different things, but playing professionally, I was able to do it a couple years, playing in like Romania, Hungary, China, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico City. I did it, and I tell people this, I did it when it counted too. A lot of people are playing ball in their late 30s and, and like, oh, they're trying to go super hard. Like, bro, who cares now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was about to come out of retirement.
Yeah, like, no, that's all for self. But I'll be crazy if I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go to the league right now.
Yeah,
hey, you bugging, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yo, H, what you doing, bro? Like, that's the call. Like, somebody calling me, like, yo, you wilding right now. You know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, we have to put things in perspective. Got to put things in perspective. So, this still we good?
Yeah. He just took a call, but
okay.
But I'll chime in real quick. You listening to your story, there's a lot of things that I could chime in with. But I'm glad you kind of touched on like perspective, right? Because that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about perspective, right?
Yeah.
So you went to a middle school in a sense, not a junior high school, a middle school, because they had the 9th grade in it. So that's considered a middle school, right?
Yep.
So you didn't go to high school until you were in the 10th grade, and then you said you hurt your wrist, you broke your left wrist, right?
Yep.
So you didn't really get a chance to play that season technically, right?
Yeah,
and then the next season you broke your arm, right? But then you made a statement like, yo, so I played so I'm a senior and we had to rely on freshmen and we had to rely on sophomores, but technically you're a freshman. See, you're only a senior academically, but experience-wise, you're a freshman because you didn't come in your freshman year and get to play at that level, right? Because when we talk about understanding like mindset and perspective, right? You were as good as you were in the community, in the space that you were in while you were playing, but you didn't come in the 9th grade and play against other high school players at that level, at that age, to get that experience from your freshman year to your sophomore year to your junior year into your senior year. So technically, you're a senior academically, but you're a freshman. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about perspective, yes, you're a senior. You're like, yeah, we had to rely on freshmen, but I led the team, So technically, you led the team as a freshman. You understand? So the freshman got the job done because you led the team and you did what you had to do technically as a freshman, because the experience level of playing throughout your academic careers wasn't there. So academically, you were a senior, but sports wise, you were a freshman. You understand? Exactly.
That's like in the NBA when they have
exactly
who played other places and they come in older as a rookie.
There you go. There you go.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? I never looked at it that way.
You understand?
But so like it is. Yeah, it is a level. It is a level of competing too, because it's like I'm learning on the fly.
Correct.
I was learning on the fly, like how to play varsity basketball.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
So there's a couple of games and there's a couple of games that we could have won that we may have lost because it's a different way of playing varsity basketball.
There you go.
and I'm playing, you know, I played in the you know, the tournaments and all that other stuff. People knew me from those, but it's a different. So it was a guy named Greg Totten.
Okay.
Greg Totten. I used to play with his son Troy Totten in the summertime, and Greg, he used to work for the USPS and everything like that. But Greg took a liking to me, and Greg used to take me to those games. This is see, I just remembered this when you just said that. So Greg took me, he used to take me to like the Robeson games and the Grady games and stuff like that. So I'm from Queens, and I used to watch how the Brooklyn players was playing. And those games were more intense. He used to take me to the Catholic school games and go watch my guy Marlon Smith and everything. And this is another exclusive. I've never even publicly said this. So like y'all got another exclusive. So shout out to Greg for that. So when I remember this now. So he used to take me to the games, used to watch how the other guys play, and bring that back to me playing, you know. So to your point of me, this is my first year playing varsity, like at this low key like a freshman. I had to learn from going to watch unconventional ways, right? You know what I'm saying? Like just in this 1 year, wrapping it, you know, trying to wrap everything up and trying to make it to the best year that I could possibly have, and the best person and player that I could possibly be for my team. And shout out to Greg, man. You know, when I made Division I, it was like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I saw the struggle we see. So like, you know, I called Greg. He kind of kept me, you know, kept up with my career. He would tell me, yo, I saw it, you know, I looked at the stats, and I really like, this is before social media was huge and everything. You know, people had to go and look at ESPN and go and, you know, and I was on the West Coast. So a lot of people, my games were like late on the East Coast. So it's like 12 o'clock, you know, people, stats are coming in on the East. So, you know, even my uncle going to the bars and watching my game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so those are moments that now you're just bringing back to me that I just remembered about. But shout out to Greg Totten. He used to, you know, he definitely took a liking to my game and supported me in those spaces. You know, sometimes people come around for little short periods in your life, and you could easily forget those periods because they were so small.
Absolutely.
But they had a huge impact.
Message.
So
you know,
that small time that he spent with me during those time, I kind of needed. Because you know, you talk about who taught you the game. I didn't really have anybody teaching me how to play basketball. I learned from watching.
Yep.
And I had to teach myself. Me and my brother used to play a game every Saturday and Sunday. We had to score 1,000 points in our backyard on our own hoop. And we used to shoot all the time and just end game stuff. And, you know, and that was that.
Yeah. The reason I have brought that up to you, like I said, you know, you were going over a lot, but I kept that in the back of my head. So when you made the correlation to it, as far as perspective, I was like, that's a perfect segue to go into that. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's about perspective, right? Look, you're only as good as your surroundings and the system that you're in at the moment, right? So when you're learning how to play basketball on your own, then you're nice, right? You might even be the nicest on your block, but that's your block. If you're not exposed to other people, then you don't get better, right? I went to Kennedy, right? I went to Kennedy, which is one of the number one, at the time when I went, it was the number one winningest high school in the Bronx for football, right? And then JC Mathis came in and transformed the basketball team, and they started winning basketball championships, right? But I'll give you a perfect example of that perspective that we was just talking about, right? When I told you I did 3 sports, wrestling, gymnastics, and football, I learned gymnastics on dirty mattresses and vacant lots and jumping off of buildings and crazy shit, right? I only understood the advanced craziness of the art of what to do, but not the form work, how it was actually judged, etc. Right? I made the team by embarrassing the captain because I was in gym one day and I seen him flipping and bugging out. And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, yeah, this is this and the difficulty level. And I'm like, nigga, the little homies do that in the blood. Let me show you something. And went crazy on him. And the coach looked at me like, yo, how long you been doing this? And I'm like, I never did it. We just do this on the block for fun, right? And I thought I was dead nice until I went into my first competition and got annihilated. And he was like, I did that so that you can see the difference, and you have the technical skill to understand how to do the abilities, but you don't understand form work. You don't understand how it is at this level. So that's why. And then again at football, right? I played football. I was recruited for football also, but I went to high school. I was 5'1", 89 pounds.
Yeah.
So when I went to JV, they didn't bring me into varsity right away. You know why? Because this is one of the winningest programs in football. So when the varsity coach was like, let me just show you something, why you got to play JV. We want you, but you got to start JV. Take a snap, take 2 steps back, put your hand back like you're going to throw the ball, and the O-line is just going to stand up and put their hands up. At fucking in junior high school, I'm used to playing, guys my size. I get to high school with this recruitment program. I'm 5'1". These guys are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" as freshmen. See, as freshmen, the moment they just stood up like this, I couldn't even see over the fucking line no more.
Yeah.
And he was like, and that's why you can't play varsity right now. You got to play JV because now you have to understand how to play at this level and this system with these type of guys. You understand what I'm saying? So when you was telling these stories, I was like, I understand it fully because sometimes your path is not traditional, right? But what I wanted to really hone in on was your mindset. You broke your hand 1 year and then broke the arm you broke your arm on the same arm that you broke your hand, not the other arm, but the same one. Mentally, that had to feel like a major blow to you on, is this what I'm supposed to do? Because I keep getting injured at the high school level and not even playing ball. You said just fucking around with your cousins. What was that mentality like? What was you processing with these back-to-back injuries? How did you overcome that? That's what I want to know.
So when I broke my left wrist, I was playing ball.
Okay.
At Allen Gardens. I was in Long Island Gardens, in Hempstead, New York, and I fractured it playing with Calvary Baptist Church. I was playing a little bit longer than I still should have been playing. I probably shouldn't have been playing in those, because the season's about to start up.
Right.
And I still was playing in cause I played a lot. I played a lot of basketball, bro.
Right.
I did not play on my varsity team and stuff like that, but I was playing a lot of tournaments. Utopia. I used to ride my bike. Used to have 5-6 games during the summertime, riding all over the city. So I was playing a lot of games. But in this particular the season's coming up, and I should not have probably been playing there. So I came down, boom, right on my wrist, fractured, boom. So I'm like, we're young at that time. I'm like, okay, doctors say, you heal a couple of weeks and everything like that. But now it's, you got to get it back in the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a right-handed dominant player. My left, I had to get back. Had to get that back. Mindset around that, all right, cool. I'm going to be back better than ever, get back, be stronger, all that other stuff. So my junior year, again, season's about to start. My boy Keith Bussey went to Canarsie. We're wrestling, playing around and stuff like that. And remember the handball courts. You got the handball courts and those little fences. The handball courts have little fences. They don't have the big fences they're like little, they get your fingers in them. You can put your fingers in them and grab. So I did that. Keith is 6'4", 6'5", right? And I'm 6 foot with my shoes on, right? So at this time, I'm probably 5'9", right? You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed, we call it 5 minutes. We wrestling and all that shit. We call it give me 5 minutes. So we up there doing that. I grab him against the gate and I have him have my fingers in there, locked in, and I got him like this, and he broke off. And when he did that, my arm is still on the fence. And I'm like, oh shit. I didn't cry, nothing. It was just yo, are you serious?
Yeah.
Finished, done. Junior year, finished. I remember I had a doctor's note and the doctor said I can go back to computer class because I went to computer business and computers. And I like forged it to say I could go back to practice. And my coach was like, "Yo, what is this?"
Doctor said he's finished.
So like, I was trying to play, but yeah. But even proper rehab and stuff, I didn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just my arm was in a sling, and once I felt better, I got back and I just got back on the court. But I really was like, "Yo, this happened because I wasn't supposed to go to that school." I said that to my mother because I was going to go to St. John's Prep, and my mother got convinced to go to Campus Magnet and everything. I didn't want to go there, and I wanted to go to St. John's Prep. So that in my head, I thought like that's what was happening because I wasn't supposed to play there. But then I had to mentally just like, hey, I'm here. It's my senior year, and at those times you couldn't just transfer school. You had to get like a safety transfer or do some wild shit, or your address move or something like that, and people don't really understand that. So my mindset was kind of crazy. And also during my senior year, I didn't live at home. I lived with my godmother's parents. I lived with her parents, my godmother's parents. I lost the crib. We lost the house. It was a lot going on, man. So I had to mentally, you talk about being mentally focused on stuff, and these are stuff. We lost the house and being in a crib, no lights, it was a crazy time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't share these moments a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sharing them today, these are the things that I had to overcome. So that's why when I see kids and people and they got their moms and dads and they giving them everything, and it's like, yo, bruh, this kid don't want it, right? He has to want it, right? I don't even want to train this person if you the one who I hear from you more than I hear from the kid. Like you the one he not saying nothing. He don't even like ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody had to tell me to get up and go work out. Nobody had to go tell me to put the video game down and get on the real court. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like if you got to make your passion your purpose. I made my passion. I went like this. I saw basketball and I literally laser locked into what, I wanted to do and got out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And was able to do what I wanted to do. And there's still things that I want to do. Every day I wake up, there's a goal that I want to get accomplished. Even if there's a post that I want to get out. We got the 64 top players. We got 16 of them being dropped today. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, every day I got to do something for the holiday classic for this. And you make that into your life. So, some people are like, yo, age and this, that. Man, I can't worry about that. I worry about the goals that I put for myself. Like, and I very inspirational story. I met this referee, 75 years old. I ref with him last night at the game. He said, yo, you never guess how old I am. And I wouldn't have guessed. Dude named Andrew, 75. So like, it's like, yo, what are you, like, what? And he don't have to do. He's been retired for over 20 something years, but he's out there and he's good and he's running. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's inspiration. Yo, he's too busy thinking about what he got to do the next day than to think about dying or something like that. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
he's
right.
Like, yo, bro, I gotta wake up. I gotta go work in the morning. And that's why I don't stop because I can't. Because once you do that, once you stop and you ain't got nothing to do and you just. That's why when most coaches who retire, they pass away within a year or two. Yeah. When they're older, paternal, it happens. Yeah. Because they don't have anything to look forward to anymore.
Yes, I was just about to say, be happy, just having something to look forward to, bro.
Look forward to. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma always used to say that shit. You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing looking forward to. That's why she go to church, do this. She said, if I ain't got nothing to look forward to, it's a wrap.
I'm going. This is motherfuckers being here all day. Video game.
It's not just coaches, Haron. It's actually a study on that. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand that society already knows the formula, and it's why the retirement age is what it is. It's why Social Security and the limits of when you can claim Social Security and things of that nature are set actually the way they are. It's because they know that people in motion stay in motion, right? So most people that work hard for 20 years, it doesn't matter what you do. If you do something for 20 years, 25 years, and you get up every day and you do it, then when you stop doing it, the body slows down, right? And a lot of people don't take care of themselves, right? Especially in more stringent jobs, it happens more often, like construction and, you know, all these other jobs where you're destroying your body. Once you retire, there's actually a study on this. Like once you retire, you actually last like a year or two and then you die. Again, that's why Social Security is so high and things of that nature, because these systems are put in place and you think they're there to benefit you, but they're not. You pay into them, you retire, you can't claim them for 10 years, but then you die the next year or two and then that's it. You understand what I'm saying? So unfortunately, they know that. And they act, and society actually plays on that. It's part of the capitalistic programming of how they benefit from us as human beings, which is sad. You understand what I'm saying?
And you got to do things that aren't conventional.
Correct.
Right? You can do those things and you can work your job and everything, but also have your own goals in mind. And that's, I always try to keep my goals first. Right. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes wish that I can put all my energy into what I really want to do. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the point that I'm getting to. That's where I'm working towards opening up the Peace Center with Ballin for Peace. You know, those are my goals immediate, like, you know, within the next couple years, so I can control my own narrative. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you can control your own narrative, then you're in a much better headspace, physical space, and emotional space, right? You know what I mean? Because it's no better feeling than to understand and get people, like when I'm doing these community events, and I think about it like, yo, that was a thought in my head that I put on paper and then I acted out. And to get anybody to come, let alone thousands of people to come to something that you had in your mind, in your head, is a blessing.
You gotta listen to him. You can learn something.
Shit, bro. We feel like a motherfucker, bro. Like, look at what we're doing with the pod.
Yep.
Look what we're doing, bro. Like, so sometimes we just look back, and I tell Cuzzo this all the time. I look back and be like, yo, I haven't had no fan out crazy moments, but it's like sometimes you got to look back and like, we really had somebody such and so coming. We had you come on. We had Greg Oden come on. I'm doing this shit from the couch in the jungle, bro. 100%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm still in the Bronx. I'm still in PC. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Like, and that's what it's about, bro. The fact that we have to do it, but it's just like your story. Shit, you have to persevere through. Are you gonna keep going when the lights cut out? Are you gonna keep going when this happens? When you gonna keep doing if you have, you know, deal with tragedy? What you gonna do? And it's that mindset.
I lost the biggest loss that I could possibly have. A boy losing his mom is the biggest
crazy.
Loss.
Couldn't imagine, bro.
I lost my mom and I lost my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And I lost my godmother, who I lived with her family during my junior and senior year in high school. I lost them all. I lost my god brothers who helped me. You know what I'm saying? So those, I didn't have older brothers. They were like my older brothers. I lost them. You know what I'm saying? So I lost my best friend, Mark Arrington. That's why I started Queens Week and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, it's more than meets the eye. You know, you understand? And sometimes when people see me, they may, oh, you just does these things, right? It's cool if you do it one time, right? Yeah, okay, you did it. But to continue to do it, you got to have something deep in you that makes you want to come and keep doing this stuff. You got to have continue to do your podcast. What makes you want to do it? Like, you know, you can get up and sometimes, and I tell people, you got to be consistent. People be wanting to do stuff all the time. Yo, hey, you don't want to collab? You don't want to collab, bro. You just want the energy that I'm bringing. You understand? You not gonna put. You want to collab? Let's sit. Let's talk about what it's gonna take. And I don't like one-offs. So, like, if we're gonna do something, I want to do something that's gonna be beneficial to both of us, not just you. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, yeah, of course they don't want to collab because they see how hard I go. And then they not going to want to collab because they see how hard I go. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And it's going to look like I'm overshining them. And bro, I ain't got
a lot of that.
I don't even think it's how hard you go. I just, people oftentimes, Haron, see the end goal itself. So technically, nobody knows how hard you go unless they're in the trenches with you every day, making the phone calls, sending out the emails, making the correspondence, etc. All they seen was, oh shit, this nigga H2O got the Ballin for Peace or whatever. Ain't that Whoopi Goldberg? You understand what I'm saying? Ain't that ESPN? That's what they seen. So when they want to collab, it wasn't for the hard work that took to get to that. They don't know how many events it might have taken you, how many calls, it, whatever, to get to that point. They just seen the end goal. And they're saying if he can produce this as an end goal, right? It's a certain look, it's a certain amount of exposure that'll come with that, et cetera, et cetera. I want in on that, the end goal. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the second part is what you said. Then when you sit down and talk to them and you go, well, this is what it takes to get there, then that's when they'll stray away. Then that's when they'll stray away, because it's the hard work and the things that it takes to put on that type of an event and get that type of an exposure and make sure the event is safe, right? And productive, et cetera, so that you can continue to do these events. You understand? We talk to companies all the time, Haron, and we turn down a lot of business. Let's be clear, right? Because of what you just said. We don't like to do transactional work. It's called transactional work. We don't like to do transactional work. What we like to do is build, become invested in who we're dealing with, because our motto is impact over metrics. It's impact over metrics, right? So one-ofs for us don't do anything, because how is that truly impacting our culture, our society, right? It's not, right? Because a lot of times impact and change takes time, 100%. So people have to continually see something, continually hear something, continually understand that this is the new way or this is what's possible. And then it starts to sink in, and then you see the change. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. So, you know, what you're preaching is pretty much what we do on a regular fucking basis. You understand? Message. We do that, and we turn people down that want to do transactional work because, like my cousin said, oh, you want us because you seen Beyonce's father on the show. You want us because you heard you know, Venus and Serena Williams' father on the show. Now you done seen Shannon Sharp on the show. So you know we getting all the big guests and da. So you see what the platform is. Now you want to rock, but you don't really want to rock with us. You just want to rock for, you know, that we had millions of views. You understand? So trust me, we know exactly what you are talking about.
Where were you when it took 2 years to get that interview?
There it is.
Where it wasn't when you got 10 no's to get that one yes? Where were you?
I tell everybody the right yes can change everything. The right yes can change everything.
Yeah,
and, you know, sometimes you could be around people, they know you in and out. They know that they can, that one yes that they could possibly give you can take you out of here. And they're around you all the time, and they just refuse to do it. You know what I'm saying? How about this? How about talking to so many different people who come back to the same person that you already know personally, and they're like, "Yo, such and such is the." And it's like, "Oh, yeah, I know this person. They actually like they're like my best friend." I thought, like, you know what I'm saying? And they're someone who you don't know that you know this person. They don't know that you know that person. They're telling you that this is the person, and you're with that person, and they just. Bro. Anybody that you got to convince that sees you to help you, they're not somebody that you need to have around you.
That's a fact, though. Message. We flip it on its head, bro. We make the play before you even see the play. So we trying to show you that is actual value in that, right? Like, fuck that. If we see something happening right now, first of all, we had like I said, we had Greg O. We put them on to like 3 sponsors already. 3 sponsors. You don't even got to see the play, bro. We got this one on, this one. That's the bros connected. Whatever happens. We get off the call, bro. We don't need to do that because it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that see us doing it. And me and Cuzzo had this conversation like a week ago. I'm like, there's a lot of people that could change our life right now, but they're looking at us like the mice in the maze. They want to see if you're going to make the 3 lefts and the right and get out the maze and see how we do before they really want to fuck with us. And that's the whack part.
It's the corny. It's corny.
You feel me?
It's the corniest part.
The corny is like, I know you can help, fam, but we're building a relationship.
So that's like, so we just locked in ESPN. ESPN is gonna have start collaborating the post. So we're doing our top 64 players from the. So you know the coaches are sending in their impactful players. They're top. It's gonna be talent to watch, right? So we're gonna have that going on. We're actually gonna release that. ESPN New York. They were there last year, and they're gonna be here again this year. But now they're gonna actually do more. They collaborate and post, which mean a lot to somebody because it makes it real. Right? It makes it real. Like even so, going to music real quick. My boy Graf, like the story of him and Rockefeller and everything like that for years, bro. Like he was the last signing of Rockefeller, and it was like,
didn't he just get his chain like a month ago, a month and a half ago?
Later, right?
Yeah,
like,
some shit like that. Yeah.
So it's like, but listen, like so, he literally signed to The Rock. Him and Joe Buttons, both Joe Buttons and Kanye was. Graf stuck with Dame. Kanye went with Hove and all that. You see the difference of how people perceived it or how things, but sometimes you could be too real to a default. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to play that method. And, you know, we're about principles and morals and values. I really fuck with you. Excuse my language. If I really rock with you, then I rock with you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll go to the pits rocking with somebody. You understand? But at the end of the day, he persevered, kept going. And now more people are hearing that story. And they're like, oh, wow, I didn't. Now because you got a chain, people want to rock with you more because the story is, you know, you didn't really talk about it until it was time to. You know what I'm saying? And actually, single-handedly, he got the Rock back together. In the last 20 years, you haven't seen Petey Crack, Freeway, and Men Bleak on the same stage for fun.
No.
Put a song out, who does that?
Yeah.
So it's you know, that story and persevering and overcoming and everything is all wrapped into who you are. You know what I'm saying? We all know how to be that. It's like good and evil. Like we know right from wrong. Kids know right from wrong. We know what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. It's not rocket science. At the end of the day, it's if you really want to do it, period, the end. So, you know, any relationship shouldn't be forced. A friendship, a relationship, right? You know, anything. It should not be forced. You shouldn't have to force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. Because, you know, if they don't want to do it, then that's it, you know?
That's real.
Caddy, we met and instantly connected. Instantly.
That's a fact.
We met on some random, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that I heard about you, you know, boom, right away.
And had a good time.
Had a great time.
Had a good motherfucking time. You
know
heard?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's that. That's how it. And again, I'll go back to I don't need to know somebody for 20 years. Then if somebody I know for 2 days, and you understand, like this person, the only person. When you know somebody for 20 years, the difference is that they wasted a lot of your time.
Yeah.
They wasted a lot of your time.
Damn.
That's
method.
It's about leading by example, Haron.
That's
again, like the reason we connected is because we're like-minded and you would call it kindred spirits, right? Because our spirits and our and what we feel like our values are aligned. You know, my cousin just said to you exactly what you said. Like we be grinding and we got people in our circle right now that have the ability, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, to literally snap their fucking fingers and we are the next biggest podcast you've heard of, period. You understand? Like overnight. Because we're almost already that now. We just need a little bit more resources. When I met you, we linked up and I didn't even, ask you about this shit. I heard about you. Yo, you should come through you see, right off the bat, you didn't know me for 20. You didn't even know me for 20 minutes at that point.
100%.
But already you was like, yo, let's link, let's connect. How do we move this thing forward? How do we collab? You see, that's the difference, right? When, like you just said, I didn't ask you for something. You wanted to do something. That's what I was like, yo, we bring you on the show. When you want to do something, nobody has to force you to do it.
At all.
When you want to do something, it shows, right? It shows because you lead with it. So, that's why we connected, because technically you do the same thing me and Cuzzo do. You understand what I'm saying? And we lead like that. And that's why Cuzzo just told you, like, we just had a former NBA draft, #1 draft pick player on the show. And you came on the show as a guest. And before you got off the show, we had already had 3 plays for you that financially is going to help you out. We don't get a dime from those plays. Not 1 penny. Be clear.
And that's one.
And didn't even ask for it. But again, like, you came on the show, and because we're for the culture, we seen an opportunity for you. Not 1, not 2. We've already put you with 3 opportunities now because that's who we are, right? We, like you heard what he said. We put you on the phone, introduce you to somebody on a conference call, and then we jump off. We don't even sit on the phone to hear the details. That's not our business.
We'll text you later, then it'll go good.
We connected the dots. Even if you don't make it happen in the moment, we gave you the opportunity for an opportunity. See how simple that is? That's more than how many other people you know have done for you. And we don't even see what I'm saying?
100%.
Right. And at that point, we didn't even meet him in person yet. We met him in person after we set up a play or two and then ended up setting up another play for him. But we met him virtually first like this. And then we met him in person and was with him for like 3 days after that. But you understand what I'm saying? It's about who you are.
When it's organic, it literally leads like that. And it feels cool, bro. Yeah. Like I was with my man C's. He owns a spot called Members Only in Jersey City.
Okay.
And we got introduced to each other about 4 times. Like, what I mean by that is, like, somebody that I know, yo, you need to meet. See, like, yo, that's my man. I already, like, the other day, me and Graf went up there. Graf sent me an address. And I'm going to the address. He's like, yo, meet me here. I got a meeting. And I'm like, I'm on my way there. He's like, yo, I'm in Jersey. And I'm like, I'm on my way there. And I'm like, bro, this is my man. This is my man. Sees? He's like, yeah, sees. Again. So we laughing about that. Like, yo, everybody's invited, like, to meet. Because when you see somebody and you know that somebody should be connected with them, they'll get connected with them again and again and again. It's like, yo, bro, like, this is my man. I've been at this spot and all that. So we're going to do some work over there. And then, last night he pulled up to the spot and everything like that. And he was there. And I was just like, yo, it's just so good to see genuine people, like, kind of in your space, right? You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many times that you're around people and you can see these people all the time. Niggas that act like they don't know you. Like, you know what I mean? You in the same spot. Like, bro, we've been in the same spot for all these years. And you looking away. Like, you walking in and you made eye contact with somebody and they like, like they don't see you. It's like, bro, I don't like to play these weird games.
We don't do.
Weird, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't have time for that. So, like, when people start meeting me with that energy, now I'm gonna act like I don't know you. Now I see you. I don't know. Until you come and say what's up to me now. Cause this is the energy that you gave me. And I don't like to do that. Cause I see somebody that I really, yo, what up, blah, 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 blah. But then it's people who you see around and they just feel like they're superior. They got and it's like, yo, bro, I ain't got time for that, bro.
Nobody got time. Yeah.
Nobody got time for that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a fact, bro. And I know, bro. Also, something I want to ask you too, man, because I know a lot of people going to hear this shit and have a different perception and be like, yo, I didn't know bro went through this. I didn't know bro did this and did that. You know, I would love to talk about organization, bro. Like, talk about some of the challenges and ways some people can help you, right? Because it might be some people that hear this and be like, yeah, I might have a play for you. What's the best way to help out your organizations?
Hold on one second. Can I hold on real quick?
Yeah.
Because I gotta plug this phone in.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I can roll.
Let me move this way.
Yes, sir.
Let me move this. I got the baby diapers in the back.
It's all good. That's the real right there. You leave that right there, bro. What you moving it for?
Yeah, I move this diapers, man.
It's the real, bro. You gotta let people know what the reality of the situation is. Why facade? You're a brand new parent.
We got this 6 months, 12 months.
Yeah, this is what a brand new parent looks like, bro. Any parent, you ain't the only again, what we talk about, like that's like the chain, bro. That's the humanizing right there, bro. You don't hide stuff like that. You leave that. You're a parent. That's what parents that have newborns have, especially if you had a fucking baby shower or some crazy. You got diapers all over the fucking house. Your whole house now looks like fucking Kids Are Us or Babies Are Us or some shit. You understand? Bro, you need that shit there, bro. And you be proud of that. Like I said, G&T, right? Be proud that you're able to have those diapers in the background. Because again, I know people I know people that can't have children that are dying to have children. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would beg and give their left whatever arm, liver for the chance at being a parent. So you understand, G&T, we say that shit for real, bro.
100%.
We say that shit for real because how many parents you see that do absolutely atrocious things to children that you like, yo, you should have never been able to be a parent. And then you have parents that would be absolutely phenomenal parents that never get it. You see what I'm saying, bro?
You right.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's the G&T, bro. Be grateful and be thankful that you are allowed to have those diapers and you have a chance to have that opportunity. That's the real right there. That's the chain. That's no, he's human. Not only is he H2O, he's doing all these things for the people, but now he's a parent.
Message.
That's the real right there, bro. Don't hide that shit. You leave that there, bro.
Appreciate it.
Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it in my fucking 40s. But if I had a kid, believe I need as many diapers as I can fucking get. These niggas shit a lot.
A lot, bro. A lot.
Cuzzo, you on mute. You've been talking the whole time. You on mute.
Say, nigga, the baby shower helped me down for a whole year. Nigga, the Pampers.
Nah,
see?
Yo,
that's what I just said. If you had a baby shower, nigga, your house looked like babies already.
I have all these things I gotta put together, all these, dressers and stands and baby changing stations.
Yeah, man.
We, it's a blessing though that people supported, came out, and everything like that as well.
I want to just touch back on something real quick. Remember,
I think Jared was asking me something.
Oh,
he asked me a question quick.
It was about just the organization. Like I know people
the organization.
Fuck with him. He's real, bro. So what are some ways that people, whether it be sponsors, donors, whoever it is, can help with the organization, bro?
So we're always looking for sponsor support. We actually got agency called LaShawn's Consultant. She worked at the mayor's office for over 20 years, and now she started her own consulting business as well. So shout out to her to help get us, grants and funding. We've never received a grant ever.
But have you applied for one?
So we've done where people are like, yo, apply for a grant, like,
right.
and I would do it or something like that. Like, what I mean? I'm not a grant writer, and I tell people all the time, I'm great at what I do. I'm amazing at what I do. Getting people to come out, really like putting things together, and it looked the right way. It looked like ESPN did it. It looked like Nike did it or something like that. Some of these bigger companies, to the point where people be like, yo, who's your team? And it's like, oh, me, Thomas, and Wendell, or like, what I'm saying? Just us three, like, what I'm saying? Like, and we have a lot of freelancers, people who come out and I pay them for the day or something like that, like the videographers and the photographers who come, they all get paid. When you're doing, like, you would think that when you get free work, you get free work. You get the work that's free. Like, it's method. Like, so that I pay people. So if you're my videographer for the day, I'm paying you. You the photographer, I'm paying you because I need my pictures. We need our stuff. I ain't got time to worry about somebody, and this is learning, right? So I learned this. I ain't got time to have somebody tell me, oh man, my bad, H, I can't make it. And that's some free work. Somebody who, you book for free, and they're gonna give you that. They have no loyalty to you because it's free. You understand? Or volunteers, right? Cool. I need volunteers, but you need people that you hired for the day as well too. So a lot of people that you see, they get paid. There are people who work with us who are volunteering, but in the business of the business, a lot of people are freelancers, and that's what, even with these big corporations. So not to get off topic, but yeah, the biggest thing that we need is financial support, and that's like any other business or any other nonprofit. We need help with getting more grants and funding, and hopefully, yesterday was Giving Tuesday, so I'll look at the numbers and see what people we send out our emails. We have over 10,000 emails on our own platform, so a lot of the work that we do on our own. When it comes to raising money, like on our website, the donation link is right there. It's the first thing that you see. And I tell people all the time, even with our merch, support with your purchase. So we need more people to kind of like be involved in helping out with sponsorships and giving and donating, right? Direct to consumer, right? Directly to us. Like, people go and give to the YMCA's and the Boys and Girls Club, and they don't need it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't need it, right? You know, but directly, if you support us, you're supporting keeping these events going, keeping these kids. We're giving out scholarships to the Elite 32. Last year we gave out 2. I got 2 secured. I'm trying to give out 10 this year of 2,500 or more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is directly going into these kids, supporting them, creating. We're creating this. This ain't nothing that was created before. This ain't a platform that someone did and now I'm just taking over. No, I like it came from here, went on paper, and now it's out for the public. So within those 32 teams that are in our tournament, we gave them a link. All of these players can apply for the scholarship, and we're going through the process of picking who's going to win this year. So if somebody want to donate, they can donate a scholarship. They want to donate, they can donate to us to help keep these events and places going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the biggest help that we need is actually people getting involved and supporting and putting up where they ask to, you know?
That's real.
I just wanted to chime in real quick. I gotta play devil's advocate to the point that you said, because it goes back to the transactional work, H2O. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. A lot of the shit that we've done, and I'm talking major. We just did a whole event for a whole week. Be clear. We just did a whole event for a whole week that's never been done, called Black Week. Never been done. For a whole week for free. And we don't operate at the free level. You don't get free work from us. If anything, we on they ass more than they on us. We on them like, yo, you ain't putting this out. You ain't doing this. We need that. And we went out and spent thousands of dollars to meet the requirements of what the studio asks for certain type of equipment and things of that nature, just to do that work. We could have used that work for our own fucking company and to do other things. And we've done that repeatedly. When we do work, again, because it's not transactional, that's the point I'm getting back to. When people are coming out transactionally, that's why you get that free work mentality. But if you got somebody that's an up-and-coming videographer that does videography and say, yo, would you like to be the official videographer for my organization and provide, have those more conversations of building and let's grow together, then you get a different aspect. You understand? Like if we came out to do anything for your organization, we're not going to charge you for it. Yeah. But you're not going to get the free work ethic either, because we don't believe in working but one way. Way. Yeah. If we're going to work, we work at this level to the best of our ability, or we're not doing it at all. You understand what I'm saying? So again, it's mindset, right? It's how you view things. It's your introspect on what the work is and how you value it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that are coming out, it's your dream. It's not their dream.
100%.
Yeah. It's your dream. So it's not their dream. That's why they do it. That's why they're lackluster on it. You understand?
I've had a lot of people come out. We give a lot of opportunities, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of people who come up on the platform. There's people who, videographers and photographers, who we allow, who started with us and everything like that. And now they're doing the MTVs and the this and that, blah, 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 blah. All right. But you gotta deal with what comes with that too. Yeah. Right. So when you do that and you give them, you can't expect them to do it or come back or even, yo, H, I just, I met this person at Ballin for Peace. We started, and so many people have done that and started working with so many other companies and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that they're going to come back to Ballin for Peace with those now new connections and they're not, so I go into that space of saying, hey, I'm hiring, because I've had these conversations. I've done these things. I had the volunteers. I built people up, and I built up their resumes and their portfolios and all that, but that never means that they're going to come back when they get bigger, right? You know what I'm saying? Even like say down the players like T Jazz, his first celebrity game, you could look him up too. T Jazz, he does all the trick layups and all that other stuff. His first celebrity game was with Ballin for Peace, right? He has millions of views. He does stuff with the NBA constantly. Filet, with the Filet, his first celebrity game was with Ballin for Peace. Now he does the NBA voiceovers. Fine. T Jazz, he played first celebrity game with Ballin for Peace. This past year, he played in the NBA celebrity game this year. I'll write something. I saw him at the Knicks game thing. I posted something. And he said to me in a message, It all started with Ballin for Peace. And that's message and support and show love too when people recognize it. And I don't got to say it. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes you need people to say it so that people understand it and remember it. And they need to say it, not privately, but publicly.
Yeah, of
You know what I'm saying? But private love is cool, but public love is better. You know what I'm saying? And message. At the end of the day, you know, I know what I've done. They know what I've done. But it's a balance of how we kind of get that out. That's always been the thing, because I'm not the person who's giving back and going like this. I'm giving a homeless man some food. Look, Instagram. Right. That's corny. That's whack. But if you're not doing, I've had people say, yo, where does this go? And what is this? Now I got to show the scholarship. Now I got to show that, you know, we're paying these kids and stuff like that. But I'd rather not do that. But I got to. That's the game that we're in. And that's just, you know, when you're on social, people want to see. So we got to show them. So we're doing a better job with that as well, too.
That's the name of the game in the business that you're in, though, bro. It's like if you look at one of those like organizations, hey, give 17 cents a day, it'll go to this child over here. Why do most people don't? Because I don't know where that money's going. Am I really helping the kid? What really gets you is when the kid comes on the story, he's like, hey, yeah, look what I did. Now I got fresh water. Now I got this. If I was you, bro, I would even be doing documentaries with these kids. Like, y'all need to be filming, building your brand. So show how you're a part of this. I can help you get it edited. I can show you how. Let me show you. I'm gonna get some people like More Than Title. We're gonna show you how to edit. We're gonna show you how to build a brand. We're gonna show you how to use these social media platforms. Like all of this shit intertwines together, bro. Like let them be they are the story, bro.
100%. That's we want to shine the light brightest on them now, and we're getting better. But again, we're what we can do. A lot of people think that I have a lot more help than I do.
There it goes. I knew it. Yeah. So, it's too much for us, bro.
You know, so we
do the best with what we got.
100%. And we're growing and it looks good and we're doing the right things. And sometimes, you know, quality over quantity, right? You know what I'm saying? So if it take a little bit longer to put something out sometime, then so be it. But I know that it's quality work and that it ain't nothing like, because we're in a business where so many people want to be in. Some people are looking at where I'm at and looking at that being the goal to where they want to be. And I'm looking at this like, yo, man, I ain't nowhere near where I want to be. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just all about perspective. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And I don't look at what other people are doing or where other people are. Because you don't really know their heart. You don't even know how they feel about that. And that comes to why you see a lot of the first annuals and stuff like that with events and stuff like that. And you'll never see year 2. Because it's a lot to put this stuff together. It's a lot that goes into a lot of these things. And that's that.
Yeah, I know you got an event coming up in a couple of weeks. We got the flyers and all that. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we have the 6th annual.
Hold up, while you're talking about it, let's talk about it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's amazing. So we have the 6th annual NYC Elite 32.
Yes.
It's our holiday classic. We got December 27th and 28th. We got 8 games each day, as you can see here. The times and everything will be starting at 10 o'clock on day 1. 10:15 on day 2. It's gonna be super, super dope. You know, getting these are all varsity boys team. Last year we did a JV day and we did a varsity day. But the principal, he said, hey man, like we love the event. We love shout out to Mr. Anderson. He loved the event. He loved how it went. He was like, let's do all varsity.
Right.
And that was super dope. So what we're gonna be doing day 1, day 2, all varsity boys teams, and then there's a day 3. We're doing a middle school classic on December 29th with 16 middle school teams as well, playing to see who's going to be the number 1 middle school. So that's like a winning home situation. We didn't really want to. What in the back end, what I'm doing, I'm getting all the middle schools right now. We got 12 of them. We got to get 4 more. I didn't want to like co-promote that together because I didn't want to get people confused.
Right.
And be like, okay, because it's at the same spot and it's starting at the same time. I didn't want them to get the 29th confused with the 27th, 28th. But in the back end, what I'm doing is promoting 2 middle schools. I haven't even posted the flyer like that because I didn't really need to. Because it's a little like when you've been doing this for some time, you kind of, I know how to get them, and it's a little different. I need more eyes and ears on the high schoolers.
Right.
I need the college coaches and all that. So that's the main focus.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that's going down, man. We locked in 2 scholarships right now, trying to get some more. And it's a blessing to be able to do that. I want to give these kids like the college experience, post-game interviews and all this other stuff, all game live streamed and everything like that. So, you know, we're giving them warm-up shirts and everything that they'll go and be wearing, you know, so we get trophies. And what we do to keep the celebrity aspect is, and influencer aspect is we give, like John Starks came and gave one of the MVP trophies last year from the New York. So that's what we try to, every game, we got 16 games. We'll have 16 influencers giving out the MVPs to each individual team, player that wins. So that's how we keep the ball of a piece celebrity aspect into our high school classic. And it's great, man. And I love to see all the vendors coming out. We're going to debut our, we're starting a hot dog franchise as well, too. So we're going to be selling hot dogs and hamburgers. So we're going to debut that there. You know, just entrepreneurship. And, you know, more or less, you know, we provide these spaces where so many people get, and they receive so much from it. You know, we wanted to kind of dive into what we do ourselves. You know what I mean? We're going to be selling merchandise there and selling hot dogs, hamburgers, and starting up our new hot dog franchise. So, yo, that's another exclusive. That's another exclusive because I haven't said that. And we just,
I love that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Gazo.
Nah, I was gonna say, man, I love this interview, man. We definitely gonna need a part 2, bro. But I just want to let you know, just like we let everybody know, bro. Just welcome to the More Than Entitled family, man. You know, before Cuzzo even said, he was like, yo, you know, H2, I was like, yo, that's the joint I brought men to. I brought my son, 16 years old. I brought him to. I was sitting there with Rayon and a couple of people in the joint. You had to leave it. Yes, I was in there. I was in the joint. Yeah, we was in there. We had a good time. I was sitting right in front of Whoopi. They had to get Whoopi out of there.
Yeah, because they made the announcement. They made the announcement that she was gonna be there. No, they made it when she was there. She was sitting in the public,
just chilling. She was chilling right behind me, just chilling, bro.
And
like
people, like, I heard people, is that Whoopi Goldberg?
So we got that announcement. They flooded her, bro. Had to get her out of there.
So we had to move her over to the other side. Shout out to her. Shout out to Amira, her granddaughter. Me and her granddaughter tight. And she said my grandmother's gonna come, but people didn't know, like, I was at Whoopi Goldberg's house for like Memorial Day. We met before that. People thought that was like the first. Like I met her before, but it was just so grateful and thankful that she came out. She's actually going to be starting up a all women's sports network.
The network, yep.
So I would love. So yeah, I would love to get a part of that. So I told her granddaughter, like, yo, let me know. I'm down for it. So, you know, just just working and grinding and those things. That's the biggest celebrity we ever had at Ballin for Peace, you know?
Yeah, that was fire, bro. We gonna rock with you, bro. Like, you know, you part of our family. So if there's anybody, past guests, future guests, doesn't matter who we talk to, bro, you have direct access to. We don't do the gatekeeping here. We don't do none of that. Like, straight up and down, you let us know if there's something. And like we said, we're gonna have a play for you before you even know it. Like, we already thinking about some plays for next year, for the next Ballin for Peace. So how can we play? How can we do this? How can we bring some actors on? Some other NBA players.
Y'all locked in, man. Like, you know, it is like when people say, how can I? It's just, what would you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, message.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
We will, bro. But we appreciate you. We love what you're doing, bro. Keep grinding, keep shining, man. Keep doing what you're doing for the community, man. This is what this shit is about, bro. So, I know it ain't always easy, man, but you're doing it for the right reasons. You got doing it for the, you know, you got a lot of people backing you, supporting you, bro. And don't think what you're doing is going unnoticed, because I noticed before you even got on this platform.
That's what's up.
So just know people are watching, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, man, don't shortchange yourself, Haron. just because you said that you didn't find inspiration in other people, you found inspiration in yourself. Most people find inspiration in other people. They look at other people and say, I want to be like him, right? And then you talked about your organization, about people don't know the hard work and things of that nature. So that's why you don't hide the Pampers. That's why you don't hide the Pampers, because you show them, not only am I a businessman, I'm a father, right? And I have to juggle being a businessman, being somebody's soulmate, right? Being somebody's soulmate, right? Right. Being somebody's father, and still making all these things happen. That's why the show is called More Than a Title. You see? You're a businessman, you're a basketball player, you're a friend, you're somebody's lover, you're a father, you're a philanthropist. You understand now? That's why this show is called More Than a Title, right? So we appreciate you for coming on the show. Understand that our community needs to see more of this. Family values, Black family values, being an active father and still being in business and still, you know what I'm saying, striving for better. That's what we need to see. We don't need to see more gold chains and fucking Mercedes Benzes and all that other bullshit. That's what we need to see, right? Active fatherhood, family ties, support system to the community. That's the message that we want sent on our show, not the glitz and the glamour bullshit. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Haron came on this show and, you know, he was vulnerable, man, and we appreciate him for that. He felt safe and he gave us some exclusive stories that he's never given before. But one thing that we can't take away, through the injuries, through the pain, through the sacrifices that his family made, that he made mentally, going from state to state, to college to continue to chase his dream, it shows you that the dream is free.
But the hustle is sold separately, y'all. You already know what it is. More Than the Title. We out of here, man. We're going to see y'all.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
Bro.